Commissioner Buckley.
Here.
Mr. Galvin.
Here.
Commissioner Cave.
Here.
Mr. Corn present.
Welcome to the fourth quarter. As you wish, please stand for the pledge and the invocation.
Commit one.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Clerk.
Our Father, we come before you today thankful for all that you bestow on us, all the gifts. We ask to have an attitude of gratitude during this season. We ask comfort for people that need it. We ask for healing for those that need it. We ask wisdom upon our leaders today as they make decisions. All these things we ask in your Son's name, Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Consent agenda is on the board. It's been published. Motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda, and I wanted to make one statement on that. I see where Michael Wood, Corey, right, went back to the jail facility.
Yeah, that's not a
Okay,
new hire.
as a building technician, right?
Yeah, it's within the maintenance department, it's under the sheriff's budget and not Brian's budget.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Any questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, property vacation.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of present that. We got Sean Lincoln here. Sean, if you wanna come up, I mean, just stand, we got a mic up here. Sean came in and he's actually representing Karen Pippin.
Yes.
Okay, we've got to vacate, and this is out on Mitchell Road. It's actually Mitchell Road and Mitchell Pass. And the property, let's see, this is,
The blue line is roughly the Pippin property.
Yeah.
And then over to the right, move your, there.
Right
That
there.
is the mullet property.
what we're doing is vacating this. This is actually a drive or alleyway to get to this property here, right? That's
Correct.
Pippin's.
Yes.
So what we're gonna
And
be
that's her
doing.
property.
That's her
Yeah,
property, yes, sir.
we will be vacating, so that means, Brian, you'll have to put signs up. I know you probably haven't done one of these. We'll have to put signs up, notifying of what we're doing here. And, actually, this road will split, and if nobody protests or have any, this side of the alley will go here, and then this side of the alley will be the property there.
Is there
And-
enough room on the mullet side of the property to build a house?
No, she owns about roughly right there, you can see from Mitchell Pass.
Yeah.
Her strip of property back
Right
there
here.
is probably about 10 foot wide.
Yeah,
That's why I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
So is she worked out something that?
We're gonna talk to her and see if she'll actually sell us that piece of property
Yeah.
through there. That way we can own it all the way over to the
yeah.
Mitchell Pass.
And this property here actually goes down, and the driveway for this property's, you can't see it right here, is back up here.
Yeah, off of
So,
Mitchell Pass.
Yeah, this
I
is-
mean, while we're doing this, I would've loved to, cause there's actually an alleyway back here. I wish we'd have done them both at the same time.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
Cause it's not being used, but on our maps, there's another alley here. But right now, we're just vacating this piece here. And, that will be, Brian will have to sign that, petition it where somebody, wants to, protest it or whatever.
Now,
But-
how we do this, vacation starts the first Monday, or the first of the quarter, and then it goes for 90 days, waiting for anybody to complain about it. And then we act on this the first quarter of next year, the first Monday of next year.
And they have to have a reasonable,
Yes.
complaint. They can't be somebody just say, I don't.
So anyway, that's how vacation works. There'll be a sign posted in that alleyway there, probably on a T-post and a weatherproof bag and a sign on it. And then I think we do it in post offices, don't we?
And you have to put it in two other
Yeah.
locations of like post office, some public building people go into.
We'll find that, so all we do, we'll wait 90 days, or till the first of next quarter, and then we'll act on it at that time. So-
Sean, what I will do, I will call you when the next meeting, which will be January, and you'll just come in. I don't even think you
I
have to be.
mean, you don't
here.
have to be here.
You don't have to be here.
Okay.
Okay.
But we
Thank-
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I need a motion to allow this vacation process to start.
I'll make a motion that we what I say, a property vacation petition to propose a property vacate at Mitchell, 330 Mitchell Road.
13:30.
Yeah, 1330 Mitchell Road and 5378 Mitchell Pass.
I'll second that.
Questions?
We, the next meeting is January 5th.
January 5th.
Okay.
Just so you'll have it, that's the first.
First quarter.
Meeting of the quarter.
All right. Any questions at all? Okay, motion or, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, bid opening for the bridge. B.
No bids.
No bids, okay. Well, that was quick. Permission to sell old drag box paper. You want to talk about that?
Yes, basically, we just listed some items on Purple Wave, and they're just now getting going. While the guy was there, we just got our new paper in, we just purchased. So the old paper that we used is no longer needed, so we're gonna sell it while they're in the process of listing the rest of the stuff.
Motion?
I'll go ahead.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we, Road and Bridge permission to sell the old drag box paper.
Second.
I'll second.
Questions?
Yeah, did you ask how long it would take to list, sell, and get our money for those other bunch of items we had?
I'm thinking it's 30 days, the auction will go on.
Since we've already put the money up for the new,
Yes,
yeah, that will be out in about 30 days.
yes.
Brian, have you had quite a few come look at the?
I think, they sent me an email and they said, you know, the active items,
Mhm.
and they've already been bid, I think, on everything we've listed. But they usually won't get very much action until it gets down to the end, and then it'll
Sure.
really pick up again.
And when does the bid close?
I think it's the 28th this month.
Okay.
Any other questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, thank you. Okay, Park Hill Senior Center is running short of funds. So, the board sets back $50,000 each year for emergency needs. In the past, Bismarck had a wall collapsing. We've had freezers go out of other senior centers. So we use this $50,000 to carry those emergency needs, to keep those senior centers working.
So Harold,
Yes.
is the reason they're $50,000 short because something happened, or is this just?
I can answer that. So they've increased the number of meal deliveries, and the weekly cost is around $4,000 for those actual meals.
Additional.
And they didn't have it, I mean,
No.
the only thing I worry about here, they're doing great work, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if we start covering operational losses instead of capital, which you've always, it was something that was capital emergency that somebody's got to budget correctly going in next year. If everybody knows, well, if I don't
We're already-
make our budget, well, they'll come up with a difference.
We're already talking to Park Hills about that.
Yeah,
for
I'm
next year's
glad
budget.
that they're supplying more, but that should probably been in their budget.
And the major part of this funds is not for emergency, it's for operational.
Right, that's already
Yeah,
given it
right.
for operating.
Okay.
Well, the situation is, they could not budget, their budget begins October 1 for the city, and they could not budget based on the amount of inflation or the cost of providing the meals or paying for the actual food.
Well,
Just
I'm
like-
sure there are good reasons,
Just like.
this happens
See what
every
you're
year,
saying, yeah.
and we've got multiple agencies, I understand when something emergency comes up and stuff, but it puts pressure on them that if they just have an operational loss, to eat that as a precedent, because then. it's-
well, what they've got, Kevin, is, I was talking to Zach over there, when they're budgeting, Louis' right. They're wanting to pass their budget, and they know how much the Park Hill Center over there is actually losing. I mean, what it's costing them to maintain that. And Park Hills Senior Center feeds quite a few more people than most of the senior centers. So like Harold, they're in touch with the Park Hill Senior Board to to fixing that. So what they wanted to do was look at budgeting a greater amount of money, which I think the board will take it up, right, Harold?
I know, but
They will
also
take
what
it
I'm
up.
saying is a message has to be sent to them that this can't be an annual thing, that, because you have to put that in your budget, the seniors have to put that in their budget.
Right.
They can't just say, well, yeah, we're down 40,000 this year, so you need to come up with a difference, when you might have had to use it for a freezer for Bismarck or for
Yeah.
wherever, I don't know. I just.
Well, if you don't have enough money to feed them, it ain't gonna matter how much food you got in the freezer.
Well, this was sent to the senior board, and they agreed
I
unanimously
talked
for
to
it.
some of them, came here and voted on it.
Yeah.
All of them were concerned, but yeah, we'll do this, but we just don't, we don't wanna make it a habit that
Yeah.
to have, because you all put together a budget, and then it kinda breaks your budget when somebody says.
Now, to be clear, this is not the county's budget.
No,
No, yeah.
Right.
When I said you all, the board of, that oversees
board's
that.
budget.
they've got a board that approves this. I mean, they'll be looking at this, really, the board.
Well, that's,
Yeah.
I know several of them expressed that to me,
Yeah.
I'm saying, you're right, this can't be in every year.
This does leave about 37,000 in that emergency fund, so we can handle that part. Okay, did I get a motion on it? Or second?
I second it.
Uh,
Oh, I make a motion that we approve the emergency fund, sorry, 13,830 to the Park Hill Senior Center.
I'll second that.
Any questions? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, the holiday schedule, we go by the state's holiday program, and that's what it is. So, there you are, 16 holidays.
We tried to adopt this early so that everybody's got plans, because it starts, immediately, first of the year, so if somebody's doing vacations or time off or scheduling, that you'll know what they are. So
You know,
that's
this
why
way
we're
you-
doing it now.
This way you know when you can start drinking for Labor Day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Did you hear that, Linda? Okay.
Ah, that down. I am not opposed to taking bribes to add days either.
And days, oh no.
One of the things that we saw next year is.
That did go on the website, but
Ah.
If you look
Yeah.
at Thursday, Friday, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, we are gonna have a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with no cap. And on Independence Day, we will, get off on the Friday prior to the 4th, because the 4th falls on the weekend, so that's kind of.
okay. So, a motion to accept the holiday schedule.
Make a motion, we approve the 2026 holiday schedule.
Second.
And everybody just wanting to get away from that, Juneteenth, rush, that's on a Friday too.
Tell me what Juneteenth is for.
Would you like me to?
I can go with it, I can,
I can tell you what it's for.
I can too.
But,
It's when it hit Galveston, Texas.
right, Galveston, Texas was the last place where they forgot to tell the slaves in Galveston that they were free, and it was.
That was the
they
big-
did it intentionally, and that was when they finally got the word that
Yeah.
they're free.
Okay.
That's celebrated as their independence.
All right. Okay, any questions?
No.
Okay, all in favor of that holiday schedule, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, clarification of work comp policy. That's hard to read, of course, I understand that. But basically, the first 4 paragraphs are no change of what our current policy is. The only change is that 5th paragraph, so I blew it up a little bit. So, has to do, well, Corey, you wanna talk about this, or?
It's just really that last sentence, we just need definite clarification on it whenever employees are out on work comp and they come back and then they have to go and see a follow-up, whether or not they have to use their own time off.
Mhm.
So that's what we need clarification
I
on.
was gonna ask too, that says, if light duty is declined by the employee, what if we don't have any?
Well, some departments don't. For example, Road and Bridge, it's not an option. They don't have light duty. And I
Okay,
think the sheriff's department sometimes does, but not all of the time, depending on circumstances. Mhm.
back when I had the factory, I called it sit-down jobs. But, you know.
And Corey, I wanted to make a statement I've talked to you about before. There's been a couple of people, and I want them, if they're watching the meeting, they'll understand. We have talked about if they're on light duty, they come in and talk to me, and we were talking about maybe some kind of a agreement or a signed statement if they come back, if they're allowed to come back on light duty. And I think I've talked to you before, that we have looked into that. We're looking to, maybe allowing some light duty, which we
And it
were
would really
talking
be up
about.
to the supervisor to make sure they stick to the restrictions.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is that they don't abuse the light duty and get hurt again, so.
Right.
And that's why we sent out,
Yeah,
Corey sent out that to all the department heads last week. There is a policy, our insurance demands that if somebody's been off because they're injured, that they prove that they're not injured. It only makes sense. They don't want the liability of them coming back to work for a day and then throw their back out again because it wasn't really healed, and then we're paying for the comp.
Additional.
Comp for long.
Corey, what I
So
wanted to
makes sense.
specify is we have a doctor, and if they go to their own doctor, there is a difference in there.
There is a difference, yeah,
And-
they need to go to the doctor that the work comp carrier sends them to.
Okay, what if they go to their own? Could you kind of explain a little on that, or?
It would be at their expense unless it's an
Okay.
emergency situation.
But if their own tells them that they can come back on light duty, in certain areas, that's allowed, right?
Well, it could be, but if the insurance company, there's a reason, you don't wanna go to, my cousin Brian who's a chiropractor, and he gives me the okay that I can come back to work, the insurance company is not gonna accept that.
Well, that's the
proof
issue
that you
I wanted to kind of discuss, because we are discussing that, so that's my point I wanted to get across. There is a difference.
Now,
Well, and whenever there's an accident report, they will send them to one of the approved doctors. And we don't do that, that's CCMSI. They have all those lined out and they send them to who they think is the best one. And they need to follow those orders for coverage.
And you're talking workman's comp, right? So Kevin did say that, you kinda need to make sure that if you're workman's comp, they're all agreeing on it, because it could be a.
now on, light duty,
situation.
they're still getting full pay and full benefits.
Yes,
Okay, so they don't cut them in that way.
right.
Okay. All right, any questions? And this is, more of an explanation of
Yeah.
activity, so. Okay, there's that report. Replacement of vacated positions. On July 15, we acted on this, and we're just standing by this. This is due to budgetary restraints. And it's just, I just want that out, that that's what we're doing. Any questions? Okay. Sales tax report, we did get a slight uptick on this. First time it's been above 1% for a while. So, we appreciate that. So, we hope it continues.
I have a question, does that include the marijuana tax?
No.
That is not included, no.
It was in green, I was confused, no, I'm just kidding.
Okay,
So that gives us an annual about what,
$234,000 so far.
Yeah, on increase, yeah, right.
for the year.
That's year to date.
So it's increasing, just not as much as we'd like, but it is, it's not going the other way.
Prop P tax is up 5.83%. That's probably a little bit less, excuse me, than we're used to, but it's still,
That's been running more about 8%, I feel like, or something.
yeah, I can't hear you.
I feel like it's been running more around like 8%, it seems
Yeah,
like, or so.
yeah, that's slightly down, but I guess that means that more people are buying in the store.
Point each other out a little bit.
Or not buying.
Well, this is strictly county use here, where the sales tax is all of our visitors from surrounding counties.
I get that, but two things could reflect it, is that when the Prop P is more people buying online, because that's where that comes from, or they're slowing down the purchases. If people are buying less this year, which some people are hurting, then that will have an adverse on your sales tax. That's the tougher thing. You can predict this, at least from the state, which is reflected in ours too, when it looks like some shifts are going to online, but you can't predict when people just quit spending. You know,
So it's
Well-
like 2 months back, so this would be more of the, probably going back to school
Yeah.
So I think a lot of that buying is local, because you get a lot of that, relief on sales tax, and I know they do it for school shopping and stuff, so I want, that could be a little bit of it as well. I don't think they do that for online, for it has to be in the stores here.
Gotcha.
Well, one thing I have noticed, if you go to Walmart, I know Sam's, a lot of people, they don't go. They just order it online and they ship it to them. A lot of people are not going, they're doing a lot online.
Oh, I don't know. You went to Costco, I couldn't get in the door, and then they sent me away anyway, because I didn't have my ID with my wife's ID. Anyway, so
You might wanna buy mobile.
Well, I only went there, hey, the only reason I went there is because, never mind, I won't get into that, but, I couldn't get what I needed here, but I didn't get it up there either. I went to Walgreens down here, so I did go local. I got a smaller.
It's amazing how many times I'm out of the county, but I'll wait till I get to the county to buy gasoline.
Exactly.
So I make it a point to do that. And it's probably cheaper here. Anyway. Okay, any comments?
Unless the Buc-ee's around, then you gotta go to the Buc-ee's, but.
Oh, yeah.
Phew, that thing's huge.
And we get the barbecue beef.
Okay. We do have a new judge appointed. Joseph Murray III has been appointed by the governor. Excuse me. Part of our building, yeah, thank you, water. Part of our building that we just bought is because we need the extra space. Has nothing to do with our operating budget. We keep our budget separated. We set back money for years to buy this building. And we'll start putting back money again for the next need. Like it says at the bottom, every 6 to 8 years, we're gonna have to have more space. Thank you.
Harold, I did have a question to ask, I didn't know what the answer to this. The expenses that we're gonna incur on this new circuit judge, will the other 3 counties share in those at all?
Yes, I think that'll be divided, but we paid 54% of that. Because we're 54%.
Others will go up by the percentage.
But will that increase for the, like, the bailiffs and all those things, or just
Increase the
the
need.
judge?
Increase the need, yes.
No, increase
Would they pay?
the expenses.
Well, because the need of more people. That's all I was going at.
No, but his question is, will the other counties share in the other expenses?
I believe so, yes.
I'm not sure that's true, but I'll take your word for it.
Amber, that goes into the circuit, right? Or is that sheriff?
Well, I guess I need clarification because I thought Judge Murray was already an associate circuit judge.
He's just
Did he get
appointed,
a different associate position?
not associate, they created another circuit.
Okay, that
Judge
was
for
my
those 4
clarification
counties.
because I
This
thought
is
it was
additional.
And that's my question that people have asked, is do the other members, the other 46%, do they share in the bailiffs? Do they share in the heating and cooling? Do they share in the other, or?
So as up there, he's appointed as a circuit judge, not associate circuit judge.
Well, I took this off of the news release.
Oh, well, he's already an associate.
Well, I took it
He's
off
gonna be made a
directly.
circuit, and then they will backfill the associate position probably in the next month or so.
But I'd also like to clarify that we were not setting money aside to purchase a new building. That was general stabilization money to be used for potential future expenses or emergencies. But it was not dedicated to buy a building.
It's not dedicated, for general purpose.
So, but the general purpose.
Yeah.
But to clarify on the, yes, the circuit covers the cost of the operations of the circuit. However, that does not include bailiffs, and each county is responsible for maintaining their own court space.
And the bailiff comes from the sheriff's department.
Yes.
Oh, Jeff back there did, yeah.
Yeah, it's on me.
But it would be interesting to know if other counties within our circuit are hiring attorneys, since we specifically hired an attorney for this judge, and it's a circuit judge, not an associate.
Okay, well, again, I took that direct off the release. To make sure I had it right.
I will check into that. We have a meeting coming up.
Because we hired one under the pretenses that it was gonna be an associate circuit judge, not a circuit judge.
Okay. I'll have to review that announcement. Okay, that's an announcement, that's not an action. Next meeting, Tuesday again. Next week, right here. Other business, you got correspondence?
I do, I got one. We actually got this in the mail today. I'm not sure when it was sent, but I don't think it was too long ago. But it's all to the commissioners from the superintendent of the West County School District. They just thanking us and putting and investing into that part of the county. And for them, of course, the TAP grant sidewalk project and safety for their district and all the patrons that use it, and also the others that use Highway M as well. So, nice little thank you note.
Okay, thank you. Any more correspondence? Public comments?
Was there a $50,000 check
So,
attached to that?
anyway, no other correspondence.
You didn't get checked? Okay. Public comments?
You're giving it to
Departmental report, Sheriff. I found a picture.
Yeah, that's lovely. So with this kind of being a shorter week, our calls for service last week were 374, which was down by 102.
Ooh.
So we average about 67 calls a day. So there's one day on there, since my report would actually be tomorrow.
I get the press release out quickly.
Yeah, crime's down.
Crime's down.
But our yearly calls for service are standing at 16,230. Our inmate population is down about 11 since last week. We're down to 137 we're housing, 115 males, 22 females. And can I talk about the Blue Shield? We did receive notification that we did receive our Blue Shield grant of $50,000. I think we have to sign some stuff, but we're excited about that.
And what will that go for?
That is going to be used towards body-worn cameras. We're researching that right now with testing and evaluation with vendors. We're on our second vendor. I think we have one more that we're going to look at. A total of 4, but I'm already familiar with one of the vendors, so we'll be doing 3 testings, and we've done 2 already. So
that was money that was from the state that they put in the budget to reward communities that had followed the guidelines and achieved the readiness standard for the police, and then they put that money and divided it into the grant.
This was an initiative by Governor Kehoe. We became a Blue Shield county, so you can only apply for that grant if you are recognized as a Blue Shield agency. So we did that, and that allowed us to apply for the grant and get it.
Jeff, I got a question. I mean, just to equip one deputy with a camera, you have any estimate what that costs?
Well, there's a lot of variation to it. Some vendors upload a lot of different products. You know, do you want every bell, buzzer, and whistle, or do you want something that's just standard? So the price will vary. I'd have to break them down, but
How many road deputies? I mean, you would equip the road deputies with cameras.
Yes.
That'd be first.
That's the first.
How many
first
road
phase.
deputies you have?
I think it's 34.
34.
Or 37, and this would include Terra Lac as well.
Yeah.
We would also outfit them with body-worn cameras.
Do they have them?
No.
It should be noted too that every city, with the exception of one in the county, also received this $50,000
Yes.
grant.
So I think it was very great for law enforcement.
Yes.
I mean, I'm just speaking, how many cities have cameras in the county? Farmington has them?
Yes. Park
Park
Hills,
Hills.
Deloge, Monterey. I'm not sure about Leadington.
So are we talking about the neighborhood of $500 per, or are we talking about $5,000 per camera?
They're probably, well, one of the vendors we were talking to said if we would buy their radio, which is compatible with their camera, we would no longer have the cord that would attach it, their wireless Bluetooth. We could get their cameras for $400. Their radio was between $8,000 and $14,000.
I was gonna say, what was the
Per
radio?
So, we probably won't get the radio. So I would say about $1,000 per camera is what it normally.
So this $50,000 may cover most of our road deputies.
Well, we could, yes, and we can, it's a contract, I think a 5-year contract. That's mainly what most of these vendors request, so you wouldn't have to come up with all all the money at one time. Be
Well,
prorated.
I was gonna ask a question, Nick's here. The equipment we have, is there anything compatible with what we have?
As in, like, what aspect are you talking about?
Camera hooking up to any kind of compatible that we have?
We can get any kind of camera, body camera to work. I mean, they're pretty much, the only one that would make a difference would be the one he was talking about, where it connects to the radio, which I don't see that being a possibility, spending that much on the radio. But any of the other body cameras that they've been testing, will be fine.
Well, then I do know, like, I think the city of Farmington, I mean, anytime you react to lights, I mean, that's a pretty complicated system, but
Well,
the
that
camera
ties
automatically
in with,
works.
that ties in with our in-car camera.
Yeah,
So you have two different points.
and we don't have them.
No, we don't, and that's about $5,000, $6,000 per car.
Mhm.
So, we're starting to build a program.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with body worn cameras.
Yeah.
And then maybe
Yeah,
keep building on that as we grow.
so this is the.
First step.
This is quite a bit of money,
Yes.
yeah.
But this was a one-time grant.
That I'm not aware of, if it's one time or if they're gonna renew it. That is.
For
Well,
now, yes.
Unless the state legislature finds some extra money through sales tax revenue or something like that, but
They won't.
they won't.
And we're looking at other sources of revenue for this.
Yeah.
I've asked Jeff to have the bailiffs walk around this building on occasion. Last week, we had an incident where, I guess, a homeless person was harassing our employees downstairs. So I've asked Jeff, just when they got extra time over there, just send somebody over here and walk around and be seen. And, he said that he will work with that, so. Okay, any questions for Jeff?
Well, I think it's a smart move, Harold. It just, I think a lot of people, even when they're going to courts, they almost always come in this building first. It doesn't hurt to have that presence coming
Be
out. of the
seen,
building,
yeah.
you know.
Back when we had Kristen here, I insisted she park her car right by the door.
You always waste money having people coming around this here, but the problem is if you wait till it's too late, I mean, there's really no point of, you
Yeah.
need to do this stuff before anything would happen.
You have time and distance you have to make up
This,
to get over here.
This environment right now, we all know it's getting, especially when it comes to government, even if it's local government, if it's national government, it's getting a little, there's a lot of tension out there right now, so it just doesn't hurt to have a presence
Okay.
around. I know,
Well,
all
I
the girls in my
appreciate it.
office will appreciate that, having somebody just at least coming around occasionally.
And I appreciate Jeff's willingness to help with that.
So, yeah, thank you, Jeff.
Any other questions for Jeff? I'm sorry, for the sheriff. Okay, thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, road and bridge report. Here he comes, in a mad dash.
Yeah. Very bridge update. Last Thursday, I met with the capital contractor and our engineering firm, Smith and Company, and talked about the completion schedule of the project. We've been doing pretty good with weather, but it ran into a couple stints of weather last Thursday. I know it rained. I think even later today, they're calling for a chance and even tomorrow, but, we kind of laid out a plan, how we see it going forward. October 8th, the paving contractor's supposed to move in and do the, base rock and move right into the asphalt. I was notified this morning, instead of October 8th, they're moving in this morning, so that's a plus. They had a date of October 9th, starting 180 feet of S-curve along Cherokee Landing, they got the place. Shouldn't take very long, maybe a day. October 13th, DNS contractor will start the guardrail, and seeding and mulching will follow soon after that. The contractor, in his opinion, thinks that he's looking at a completion date of the 20th of October to the 22nd, that he can be in and out of there. That is his weather permitting, works with him. Smith and Company gave them additional days for the rain that delayed us a week, and I think there were some other days. They actually had to fly a drone over on Turkey Creek to get quantities of the rock they broke out on that side of the ditch. So their actual liquidated damages date is, November 1st.
You mean the rock that they have broken out or will?
They have broken out.
Have broken out,
They have.
so they're measuring quantity?
Yeah,
Volume?
they broke out quite a bit. It was solid rock on that one whole side.
Just-
They built that little.
Just to throw something out, the old mining number is, when you break a solid rock, to crush it, you double the volume. that's how much haulage we had.
Yeah, it was a pretty good amount that they had ran into over there. As far as maintenance wise goes for the road and bridge, we put a pipe in on Sugar Grove, pipe on Berry Road just north of the bridge. We tried to get it put in for resident up there before the bridge opens back up. We took care of 2 dead trees on Bricky. We did some work on Old Fredericktown, mine shaft. We're working with Owl Creek, clearing a tract of, I think, 95 acres over there currently. We just had crews and some equipment over there working, helping them out.
Those guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, they cleared quite a bit off out there. We recently partnered with City of Leadington. Leadington's kind of doesn't have much manpower. I think they got one person, maybe one guy helped him. And he had some spots that needed to be milled. So we sent a couple of our guys to help them mill. They kind of watched traffic for us, so they was very appreciative of the work we did for them, milling down some of them humps.
Yeah, I want to kind of cut in there. I want everybody to realize this is good to collaborate with them other towns, because we can use them and they'll use us for a few things, but we've got really in the future coming up, roads that we can work together with some of these towns, and I think we can save money by working together. And I think you'll start seeing some of that here in the future. I really like that.
But like I say, the guy who works for Leadington, he was really appreciative of getting those ground off and helping there in Leadington. It was really a positive. We patched some crossroads on Frank Clay and Hillsborough and Cedar Run. Also put a pipe extension on Hillsborough. We did concrete entrance on Old Fredericktown, patched it up for them. Did mowing north and south. It's coming to an end, probably within this week will be done. Finalizing the power grant paperwork. We, like I say, finalized the Purple Wave items that went live. We run it for a month. Like I say, I think everything has been bid on.
Do we have reserve prices on those?
I don't think with Purple Wave they do. Gov Deals they do. I think Lynn's you get a better reserve. I think you get a lot more action on your items. So we'll hope to see some revenue coming on that. We're about to finish up the fabrication on our bucket truck, so that should be done this week.
Got the stainless steel cab cover.
Yep.
All right. Okay, any questions for Road and Bridge? Go ahead.
I mean, am I allowed, I don't know if I can do this or not, but I wanted to say 50-year class reunion this year. I had a shout out to 75 here in Farmington. We had a good turnout.
Bunch of kids.
Yeah. Also, over Cruising for a Cause in Park Hills went great this weekend. Shout out to everybody involved in that too, but class 75, if you're looking, yeah. Yeah.
You mentioned the Owl Creek Park. I got a call last week at 9:30 in the morning. The gate wasn't open out there. People wanted to go walk. So I checked with Mike Sumter, and he said, well, at 3 o'clock this morning, a car hit the gate and then wiped it out. So couldn't open. So it's fixed now. I think it's fixed that day.
Yeah.
But somebody hit it at 3 a.m. But I'm suspecting alcohol may have been involved. I don't know that. But anyway.
Yeah, we could have showed some video of them trying to open the gate, but I don't think we can, we probably won't.
No, we don't want
Yeah,
to.
we won't show that video.
Okay, any other departmental reports? Anybody?
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Thank you.